What is going on, everyone? Greatest Hits here. Today I got something special for y'all. Well, really for me. But anyhow, I'm in my apartment. I just got this package in today at around 12. And I'm going to show you guys what it looks like. So I got this knife here. We're just going to cut it open like that. Yes, sir. I cannot wait. Been wanting this for a little while. Power stop. Y'all probably guessed it from that title right there already. Plus, it's in the title of the video, so whatever. Anyways, let's open these up. You got your Evolutions brake pads right here. These are the Z23. Open this up. And there you go. Yes, sir. Now I will be able to stop the car a lot faster because it is not fun trying to stop a 370 wheel horsepower car that's not meant to make that much power and stop it on the stock brakes. You know, if you want to go fast, you got to stop fast. That's the idea behind it, and they really packaged this up, man. Look at that, man. This is, I believe this is the front and the back. Hold on 1 second. The other one's probably underneath. But anyhow, 1 second. Alright, so it's actually the next day, and when I opened up this box, I only had the rear rotors and pads. And I was like, what the heck? I thought it was supposed to be 4 in here, but there's only 2. So, like I said, it's the next day, and the other 2 came in a separate box. So here we go. Use this knife. I'm gonna cut away from me. Oh, I'm excited, man. I'm opening up this so fast. But here's the front brake pads here. The Z26s. And here we are. The front rotors. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hell yeah. I'm so excited, guys. I'm ready to put this on. Okay, guys. I'm in the car. I'm about to go to my spot to do a little bit of testing, like I usually do on my own time, to see how fast the car stops on the stock brakes and the actual master cylinder brakes that I've installed a few videos ago. Go check that out. Link in the description. See how fast it stops from 60 to 0, because it's not really that great. But I'm going to do that video, and then I'm going to show you guys how to install the rotors and pads on the car. And then after that, we're going to do a after, you know, a before and then after. So that's the plan. Hope y'all guys like the video. Maybe to 50 mile an hour to 0. So I have the car on jack stands. I just got done with all the brake pads and rotors, and I've painted the calipers too. So the first thing I'm gonna do is take off 4 bolts. Now it's different on the rear. So you got 4 bolts on the bracket and the caliper, and you got 4 bolts on the rear caliper and bracket as well. Now, first thing you want to do is take off this 12mm bolt up here, and if you guys can see right there, if it'll focus, sorry, it'll and one down here, 12mm bolts, and then behind it, if y'all can see that, this is an 18mm bolt here, and there's one on the very bottom that I can't really focus the camera on, but there's one on top here where the spindle is at that attaches the bracket to, and one on the bottom, like I said before, both 18mm, 12mm up here. And then in the back, I'll show you guys a little clip. There is a 15mm on the bracket and 15mm on the actual caliper, everything that bolts together. So it's pretty simple to uninstall and reinstall. So I'm gonna show you guys a time lapse of everything. I'm gonna take the brakes off. I'm going to take a wire brush right here and scrape all the dust off as much as I can, and then spray paint it, let it sit for a couple minutes, and then I'm going to put the new rotors on, put the bracket back on, put the brake pads back on, put the caliper back on, and we're going to show you an after clip of how fast this car can stop from 50 and 40 mile an hour roll to 0. Don't forget to take out your guide pins and grease them. Mines were really bad because there was no bushing around here. It was really hard for me to pull these out, but I got them out. I cleaned them up with a wire brush as much as I could in the hole. And make sure you clean out the guide pins before you actually put grease on it as well. But those are in. I shouldn't have any problems putting the caliper back on. This is not the best way to spray paint a caliper bracket and a caliper, but it's gonna look nice. It's not gonna look the best, but later down in the road, whenever I'm making another 200 to 300 more wheel horsepower on my car, I am going to upgrade my entire brake system to the max. The brake lines, master cylinder, reservoir, calipers, you name it. The whole braking system has to be upgraded, I feel like, because I'm not gonna go through this again trying to constantly take off the upgraded brakes and put higher upgrade brakes on there. I'm just going to put the absolute max. That way I don't have to go back and forth and spend unnecessary money. Now, on all of these rotors, they have a position that they go in. This says front driver's side. The passenger front says front passenger side, and so on. So you can't just throw these drilled and slotted rotors on any side of the car. They have this label right here to tell you which side they go on, because these slotted and drilled lines are directional, and when the car is moving and the wheels are spinning and the rotors are spinning, they're going to spin like that. So just sit this on here like that. And what I always do every time I do a brake job, I put one or two lug nuts on the threads. That way the caliper is not leaning whenever I'm trying to put the bracket and the caliper on. So make sure to sit these shims on. And that is it for this install, guys. Guys, these new brake pads and drilled and slotted rotors are really good. They changed the way this car stops, and I feel a whole lot safer now. I did 2 passes from 40 to 0 and 50 to 0. I did a slow initial stop on those 2, and then on the final pass I did a 60 to 0, and it stopped really fast because I applied the brakes a little bit harder. You guys should definitely get these Power Stop brake pads, Extremes, and the drilled and slotted rotors from them, because this is well worth the money at $330 something. So yeah, I hope you guys like it. More videos coming soon. Just be on the lookout. You never know when I'm going to post another video. So if y'all liked this video, please hit that like button and subscribe to my channel, Greatest Hits, and I'll holler at you guys at the next one.